And now back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic and your host, Bobby Likis.
Okay, let's get started with this hour of Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Glad to have you join us. Ride along with me this hour, and if you have a car question, now's the good time, the best time to get in versus toward the last 5 or 10 minutes of the program, which happens so often that I really don't have time to help you and to share with you. And I'm not here to repair your automobile, but I'm certainly here to share with you information that I glean and have learned both from my education, professional education, as well as my own job training over my 46 years operating Bobby Likis Car Clinic Service pre-repair. And I'll tell you, we've seen more than 225,000 automobiles through the doors of our shop over the 46-year period of time. And yet every day we learn something new every day. This week we replaced an engine in a Ford that had 177,000 miles on it. It had a rear main leak. Ironically, we had just repaired an oil pan leak and a rear main leak on another Explorer a couple of weeks ago, and we had a lot of problems with that, and had to learn and update it. And the bottom line, we took this vehicle apart for that same reason, and lo and behold, we found pieces and parts of the engine in the oil pan. And these pieces and parts were timing chain guides, and there was another plastic part that was lodged in the back of the engine, and there was another chain drive in the back of the engine that drives, we believe, the oil pump. But the bottom line, after looking at and weighing the miles on the engine, and this is one of our clients, we actually suggested, if he planned to keep the car in the vehicle, it's beautiful. You wouldn't tell it had 177,000 miles on it. We suggested to replace the engine. And we talked about it, we met, we put the figures together with what it would take to take his engine out, and he could spend maybe half as much money because of the extra labor taking the engine out and taking it apart and taking the timing chain apart and the front of the engine and the back of the engine. And we weighed that. And folks, here's the bottom line. Had this gentleman spent half the amount of money that he did spend, because we put a brand new, out of the crate Ford engine in this vehicle that comes with a 36-month warranty regardless of miles, 3-year warranty national, and he can take it to any Ford dealership in the nation. Now, we're not a dealer, we're an independent service facility. We chose the original new Ford engine. And the irony of that is some of the problems that the old engine had have been updated. This new engine had a different rear main seal, as we talked about last week. It had several different appointments and different modifications to it. So not only did this gentleman who has an 03 automobile get a brand new engine, he's got a new 2017 brand new engine, Ford engine. So and so he can literally for the next 10 years use that vehicle, and he can drive his money out of it. So the bottom line, it really, and here's what we felt that he should know, and what I want to convey to you. Had he spent half the amount of money that he spent to repair the old engine, when he left this shop, he would have had a repaired engine, but he would have had the same car and the same life on that engine as he had when he came in. We would have put new timing guides and chain and those sorts of things and gaskets and stopped the oil leak, but he still would have had the same valves and cam and lifters and the whole 9 yards, rod bearings and main bearings and wear and tear. So the smart thing to do was to, if you had planned on keeping the car. So if you're in that situation, I can help you there, and I'll be glad to do it. Ted will take your call.